Coming at you with some tough love today because I'm going to point out some of the most common mistakes people are making with their reels, and those mistakes are killing their reach and killing their views. And I'm talking about views from the people they want watching their videos so that they can convert them into customers and clients. I've made a lot of these mistakes, and when I recognized them and or got called out for them and I adjusted my reels production, I noticed a huge difference. And you will too once you see these mistakes and how you can fix them. Oh, and if you're not new here, you may have noticed I'm in a totally random place. That's because I'm in Alabama visiting my family, helping my dad find a place for assisted living. But your background changing up is one of the tips I'm going to be addressing in just a bit. Common mistake number one: using too many graphics and making your reel look like a commercial. People connect with people, and they connect with faces. And if all of your reels are all still shots that look like you took them from some stock image company, or your logo, or one of those reels that's just a whole lot of text real fast, no faces, no explanation, no voice, we got a problem. We are on social media, which means we gotta be social, and splashing up graphics and text with no faces or voice, not social. So you need to start putting your face in your reels, or coming up with a more personable way to use still photos. If you have a business and you're not showing people with happy faces excited to use your product, then you're not getting out the emotion behind the results that your product can give. It doesn't have to be your face necessarily, but it needs to be people who are happy using your product, or people who are happy, smiling, satisfied because they've hired you before. So that's going to be a way that you can grab people's attention without it necessarily being you. But if you're just showing a bunch of bottles or flashy text, it's not going to work for you. Common mistake number two is misplacing your text. So hear me out. You've got to use text, because most people, when your reel pops up on their page, or they jump on the Reels channel for the first time and your reel pops up, the volume is not up. Also, captions help people follow along with the video. And if your captions are not there, well, they can't follow along. If your captions are overpowering if your captions are overpowering your video, that's not good either. We don't want to distract them so much that they're not paying attention to your face. So too many text bubbles on the screen at once is going to distract a person, and they're going to swipe. No captions or text on there, you're more likely to lose them, and they're going to swipe, because remember, a confused viewer swipes every time. What I do with my captions is I have them support exactly what I'm saying, either verbatim or paraphrase. I don't add extra ideas and thoughts, because I want them paying attention to what I'm saying, not reading all the text that is not what I'm saying. Again, we don't want to give them too much that causes them to get distracted or confused and move on. I also keep my text small, so it's not too big and it's not overpowering the screen and making it so that they're not looking at the visuals I wanted them to look at. The other mistake I see with text, besides not using it or using too much of it, is people don't put it inside the box on Reels that's meant for them to put it in. Let me drop this. Meaning, on your Reels, there's a little blue line that shows you where all the text should go. It shows you how to center it. It shows you that if you go below this line, it's going to be covered up by Instagram text. It shows you if it goes above this line, it's going to be covered up by Instagram text. And what people will do is they either ignore that when they go to apply their text inside Reels, or they're editing in an outside app and applying their text in an outside app. And when they go to upload their video, they're not happy because the text is all over the place and it's being covered up. So they make it real easy for you. I always advise my members of This Is Video School to edit outside in an outside app. That's fine. But apply the text inside Reels and use those blue lines to help guide you to make sure your text is right where it should be so that it's seen. Speaking of using the features inside Instagram Reels, you don't want to depend on them too much, especially if you plan on repurposing your reel for another social media platform. What I'm talking about is, yes, use the text features inside Reels so that it looks like it belongs on Reels. And even if you only use Reels features to produce and edit your video, then always save it to your phone before you close your drafts. We want to have a copy saved on our phone because all too often have I heard of people saving their reel to drafts, going back later to either edit or post it, and it's disappeared. That is a travesty we want to avoid. So save it to your phone or use an outside editing app like VideoLeap or InShot, and then that's now stored inside that app, and then you can upload it to Instagram, apply the text there. Something else that I see people do is they go to upload their video and they're not happy with either the way the text timing came out or maybe the lip sync is off, because these are also two glitches that are pretty common inside Instagram. But you don't want to delete that video once it's posted and then go and repost it. That will hurt your reach. Instead, swallow your pride and know that, oh, I better do better next time. One of my hacks is I always save my reel after I have applied text to drafts. Then I go in and I hit edit to make sure it looks exactly how I want it to look. And then I go and publish that reel no later than an hour after I save it to drafts. And I have not been hosed by Instagram so far because I always publish within an hour after saving it to drafts. But that's my hack. Look at it in drafts, make sure the text looks like how you want it to look. The other thing is, you will know if your lip sync is off once you upload the video and you hit next. That is how your lip sync is going to look once it's posted. If you don't like that lip sync, then you need to go and adjust it and then go and upload it again and try again. But once it's published, I do not advise you to delete and then repost, because that will not do you any favors. Common Reels mistake number 4, causing viewer fatigue. What does that mean? That means you are boring the snot out of your viewer and they're no longer watching your reels. What causes that? A couple things can cause that. I have made this mistake of becoming too tipsy. That means that all you're doing is you're slapping out tips every single time you get on video. You're not relatable, you're not entertaining in any way, you don't come across as a resource. Your reels don't always need to be tips. You will cause viewer fatigue. They will get tired of, even though your tips are money and valuable, they will eventually start saying, oh, it's just another video of that girl giving tips, standing in the same place all the time. I had people say that they know my tips are valuable, but they were so used to getting the same kind of information, the same kind of way, they stopped watching. It's why I started to really focus on storytelling and using characters, because now I'm giving those tips, but I'm entertaining them at the same time, and they're more likely to remember me because I'm standing out now, and they're more likely to remember my tip because it was given to them, it was delivered in a creative way. So viewer fatigue can happen when the content is always the same, when the format is always the same, when the background is always the same. Look at these old reels of mine. I always stood in front of the same wall with the same prints of those palm tree things behind me for every single video. And I started to get people in the DMs saying, has anyone ever told you that they just started ignoring your videos because they all look the same? It hurts your soul. But you need to know these things so that you can adjust. And so I did. I now will shoot my reels in all different parts of the house, outside, or I'll even just change up the camera shot a little bit so it doesn't always look the same. I also try to vary up the type of reel that I'm putting out there. Maybe it's a tip one day, maybe it's a character skit the next day, maybe it's a lip sync relatable type reel the next day. But you want to make sure you're seen as a friend, as a teacher, and a little bit of an entertainer. You don't have to be funny, but that's why those trendy lip dubs can be useful as long as you are adapting them and putting them in your niche. That can show a different side of you that just makes your reels a little bit lighter so you're not Mr. Tipmaster all the time. Common reel mistake number 5, trying to go viral. I know, you've tried it, you've thought about it, you've thought, oh, what if I had a video go to 1 million views? It would be amazing. And it does feel good. It will inflate the ego. But if you are only trying to go viral by using trends, really fixating on how many views you're getting, you're missing the whole point of using video to build your business. Viral videos to the wrong people don't do you jack. The wrong people coming to your account will not convert into customers and clients. And what if you do have a viral video, but you don't always make content like that, and now all these followers and new eyeballs that you got are seeing that that's not normally what you do? Well, now they're not watching your videos that you post, and now they're probably unfollowing you, and that was just all for naught, for a quick ego fix, and that's all. You want to have consistent, valuable content that is meant for your ideal client and your ideal customer. If one of those goes viral, yes, that's great, but you don't have to go viral to be uber successful with video converting into customers and clients, or video taking an existing follower and converting them into customers and clients. We want to make money. We don't want to rack up views. So don't make your focus and your goal to go viral. Now, if you do go viral with the right kind of video, do you even know what to do with that video? Because many times people just get so excited they have a viral video, but they don't look into, why did that video go viral? What did I do right in that video that I can duplicate and continue to do in my future videos so I can continue to have success bringing in a whole lot of the right people to my account? So if you have a viral video that went well and it is something for your ideal person, then you need to double down on that video. Just like I say, if you get a lot of shares on a video that is in your niche, then you need to double down on that one. So if all of a sudden you have a certain character that really works in your reel, or a certain way of shooting something that you think was the reason that that video was so successful, then do more of that. Otherwise, you again wasted a lot of time going viral and then not continuing to grow your audience and grow your impact by using what was so effective in that viral video. I've had viral videos that I have replicated, duplicated, recreated, and they have not gone viral, but they still did really well. And then I'll continue that type of video, and I might have another one go viral, or just continue to do really well because there's a lot of engagement and a lot of shares. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the content that our ideal person finds to be so valuable, they're sharing them with their audience, and they're messaging you about that content because it was so beneficial to them. That's what we want to focus on. Your ideal person. How are we relating to them? How are we teaching them? And how are we inspiring them? That's what you want to focus on. If these mistakes were helpful to you, then you're really going to like this video I made about mistakes that you're making on Reels right now.